Hello and welcome to this analysis. Today's talk is Five Star Business Finance, incorporated in the year 1984 in Chennai, is an NBFC providing loan against secured collaterals to micro entrepreneurs and individuals, mostly in South India, with a little bit of presence in Madhya Pradesh, across urban, semi-urban, and rural areas. Bulk of its funding comes from banks, which is around 65%. Its average cost of borrowing is 9.6%. It has a collection efficiency of 98%. Market cap 22,000 crores with a return of equity of 17.5% and a Pytrosky score of 5 with a trailing 12-month peg ratio at zero point 0.6. FII promoter holding is 21.5. It got listed in November 22, but even after listing, there has been a decrease in promoter stake in the last 1 year. FII holding at 57.76%, which is very high, quite steep, among the highest among all stocks. Domestic institutions hold 10.10, while the public holds a small 10.6%. One should keep in mind that there has been a decline in cash flow and increase in provisions for the last 2 years. Now let's try to analyze the charts as per what Ichimoku and whether there is any harmonic ratio setup coming up in it. So in the monthly, you can see very little data since listing in only November 22. It just about managed to save the Ichimoku baseline this month in April. Prior to that, also it held on to it. Long lower wicks. We've seen markets surprise, downward pressure a lot, and you can see these wicks are heavy duty in the stock. So that clear picture will come to us in the lower time frame. In the monthly, the support as per Ichimoku at 720 for the time being, with the resistance, I would say currently would be around 770 in the monthly. Let's have a look at the weekly. The weekly Ichimoku Kumo is bearish, even though the stock has tried to break out above this trend line out here, falling trend line. You can see how deep the weekly candle of January was. Again, another one in March, but subsequently we've also seen sharp green bounces. So an extremely volatile stock, which is seen comparative to the other financial stocks, much stronger bounces back, maybe because of small equity, mid cap company. Probably that's why. Now we can see that the stock has had a sharp bounce back and is now trying to break above this trend line. So this level of 775 till 825 is a kind of a landmine resistance in front of it. Will not be that easy to breach on the upside until overall markets do something exceptionally well. So this zone could see a lot of moves like this before it tries to push its way up, or maybe a pull down also. But keep in mind, 775 to 825 is not going to be that easy. The support comes in at 710, and below that a very crucial support at around 660 to 80 out here, very very crucial. Failure to hold this 660 to 80 level would push the stock further down towards 630. 630 is the to 615 is that line on sand out here, the Lakshman Rekha for all longs out here. Anything which pierces this line would mean that the stock is in deep trouble, and then this structure which you see out here would represent a head and shoulder kind of a structure in case it does something like this out here. So one should be very wary of what lies ahead for the stock in case it breaks on the downside. So this is that crucial level. Then it would be quite a heavy duty sell off if it were to happen. But let's not preempt that. So, but we keep levels in mind: 660 to 680, and then that crucial level. While on the upside, we have 725, 775 to 825. Keep in mind that even if the stock tries to push its way up now, it won't be that easy to breach because the future Kumo still remains bearish, which will not allow a major breakthrough to happen so fast. Lot of consolidation, time, and then probably an up move would take place. Let's have a look at the daily time frame, and here you can see the true picture of the sharp moves. You can see it initially, it did look like a stock which is trying to make a triangle out here, but the 7th April candle went on to break below it, so that triangle has got invalidated out here. Else it would have held on to it, and then we would have had a nice triangle, which would have then led to an up move. But that is now pattern is now not effective at all. But in all circumstances, you can see how this trend line has been trying to stop the up move. Well, this line out here has tried to push its way up from 630 on the downside to now this trend line out here pierced above it, closed above it today, but then there's a lot of resistance. You can still see the future Kumo is bearish in this case, so that's 775 to 825 crucial. Above this, the stock would try to give a rally at least towards 900 in the short to medium term. So my conclusion for the stock is that if I were to go long on it, I would either wait for a pullback towards 700, 725. This is that daily support level out here, 700 to 725, and keep the level of 660, as my exit. If it fails to hold that, I wouldn't wait for 630. Take that level and get out of it if it comes, and then try to see if that stock can push through 775, 825 on the upside. On the other hand, if it does not give us a move on the downside from here, and it just pulls its way up, then I would like to, if it first tries to do 825, I would like to see a pullback to 775. Then I go look for an entry or on breakout above 825 on the weekly for much higher levels. First being, yes, 900. And then, as per the Ichimoku price theory, the stock has the potential for upsides above 900 towards 975, 1100 to 1250. If the uptrend were to continue in that way, these would be the potential targets in front of us. So that's my assessment of the stock right now. I would not look for a personally not look for a fresh entry, because the risk is too big at 750 all the way down. Neither, if I'm holding this stock in cash, uh, should I be adding more? I wouldn't. In fact, I would be very careful and see how things up, and then bank on the up move accordingly in this structure. Now, a disclaimer: this is not a trading or investing advice to you. This is a video purely on educational term basis using the study of Ichimoku and classical pattern structures. Kindly do your study thoroughly before taking a call on trading or investing in it. And I do hope this video is of help to you. So please do like it, share it, and do follow me for regular stock and index ideas. Until then, all the best for your trades and happy investing.